Hello, I'm JMR RECAP. They were talking about Event 15 of 2021 Marble League football or soccer or whatever you want to call it. But before we get to that, this is the 10th episode of JMR RECAP. Yay! Going into this event, the Raspberry Racers wanted to keep their newly fought lead. Mellow Yellow wanted to take back the lead. The Crazy Cat's Eyes wanted to win their own Marble League. The Thunderbolts wanted to keep their momentum going from last event. And the Savage Speeders wanted to recover from not doing too well the past couple events. Our first matchup saw 16th place versus 1st place, and weirdly enough, the 16th place team, the Rojo Rollers, actually beat 1st place Raspberry Racers, which was unexpected, but I guess the change in coaching worked. The next match saw the Shining Swarm get a win over the Green Ducks in a very low-scoring fashion, as the first points of the game were scored in extra time too. Third match of the day saw the O'Rangers versus the Thunderbolts, and the O'Rangers won by 1 point. Even though the O'Rangers weren't very good on the defensive side, they just kind of went all in on the offense and kind of overpowered the Thunderbolts there. Match 4 saw the Chocolatiers win over the Savage Speeders, kind of like the O'Rangers, of just sending everyone to the offense and not really having anyone on defense. Match 5 saw the Minty Maniacs win by 1 point over Mellow Yellow, which we're really seeing a lot of willpower here from the teams at the bottom of the standings, like the 15th place Minty Maniacs beating 2nd place Mellow Yellow. Game 6 saw a low-scoring battle with the Indigo Stars and Hazers, with the Indigo Stars almost scoring 2 at the very end, but couldn't actually get them in. The Limers displayed pure domination over the Crazy Cat's Eyes, with a 4-0 victory, which, weirdly enough, it seemed that the Limers were really good on offense, and the Crazy Cat's Eyes were really bad at offense. So, the Limers kind of just sent everybody to this Crazy Cat's Eyes side and scored a bunch, while the Crazy Cat's Eyes tried to do the same thing, but scored none, all being fended off by the Limers goalie. And then a streaker came onto the field, which was very quickly fended off by, 5 members of security. Not really sure what the goal was there. The next match saw a 3-2 win for the Glaciers over Team Momo, with their very late score at the end, giving them the win and moving them on to the quarterfinals. The first quarterfinal saw a 1 point win for the Rojo Rollers over the Shining Swarm, and the change in coaching really worked for the Rojo Rollers, as they're not extremely bad, getting 16th place every event, so that's a plus. The next match had a 3-0 win for the Chocolatiers, as the O'Rangers did fend off 1 ball. They really only fended off 1 and let the other 3 right past them. The Hazers had a pretty successful showing against the Minty Maniacs, with a 2-1 win. Not really much to talk about there. The Limers Gliding Glaciers matchup had this brilliant move at the end of the second run by the Limers to just barely get them into extra time, but it didn't really matter in the long run, as the Gliding Glaciers still ended up beating the Limers by 1 point in extra time too. And in the first semifinal, we saw the work of Rojo Oro wasn't enough to get them the gold medal, as the Chocolatiers scored last second to move them on to the finals. In the second semifinal, the Gliding Glaciers just bombarded the Hazers with goals right at the start, giving them a win 2-1 over the Hazers. The fight for bronze had a not very close duel between the Rojo Rollers and the Hazers, giving the Hazers the bronze medal. And the final match of the day saw the Gliding Glaciers claim their first gold ever with a 1-0 win over the Chocolatiers. The final standings after this sees the top 11 teams still in the running, and the top 13 teams still in the running to make the podium. So, really anyone could win. The Hazers jumped up 5 into second. The Gliding Glaciers jumped up 7 into 4th. And the Chocolatiers up 2 into 10th. But yeah, there's 2 previous champions of the Marble League in the running. And a lot of other teams that are just pretty good in general but have never won. Mellow Yellow has podiumed twice but has never won the Marble League. The Gliding Glaciers would be a pretty good debut year, and the Green Ducks can still win technically. Well, anyways, thank you for watching JMR Recap, and I'll see you next time in the Showdown Part 2.